Thank you, everyone. Business owners are incredibly frustrated with their online marketing. A survey from the Department of Made Up Stats found that 99% of business owners would rather do anything else than work out how to make their business appear better in Google or better on Facebook. Mostly, they feel this way because they don't know much about online stuff. As a result of that, they don't know how to make a good hire. They don't know what a good hire is. They find it hard to brief somebody or a supplier about what they want. And because of that, they can't really hold a supplier accountable for performance. So what happens is they pay off the monthly invoice for getting what they're really not sure what, and start to feel powerless, lacking of control, and ultimately resentful. I'll tell you about my friend Sue. She's a mortgage broker. She thought she was getting a great deal, paying a group of people $1,000 a month. I'm going to repeat that, $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year. That's maths. $12,000 a year to have a group of people post effectively Happy Friday posts on her Facebook page. You know a Happy Friday post? It's got a love heart, it's Happy Friday on her Facebook page. On the promise that this was going to bring her leads. She's a mortgage broker. When it didn't, her relief that somebody finally was looking after her Facebook page turned to resentment. It didn't result in anything. She was paying out the $1,000 a month. She was deeply resentful and frustrated about online marketing. When she met someone like me, a digital marketing consultant and speaker, she'd just say, "You guys are a bunch of cowboys," or something similar to that. Lately, I've been doing a lot of consulting and speaking and training for car dealerships. Now, most of you have been into a car dealership, right? Yep. Two kinds of car dealerships. There's the one that has the wavy man, the blow-up large wavy man. You've got it at the front. We've got a big stinky hot tarmac kind of cars, used cars around the place. Not a lovely place to be. You know, it repels you rather than attracts you. The other kind of car dealership is slick, and frankly this is the more common one. It's really slick. You know, we've got Nick Scali leather lounges in the foyer, we've got a coffee machine, good coffee, fresh milk, a newspaper on a clean, nice coffee table. We have a swept floor, it's all pretty pristine, right? You with me? This is the more common dealership. Do you think that the dealerships have a process and a focus to make it look like that? Yes, they do. That is no accident that it looks like that. But 96% of car buyers won't walk into the dealership first. They won't walk into that showroom, and that's a true stat. Instead, those car buyers are going to go online first. And unfortunately, for many people in that business, their online presence is a bit more like the cliched used car dealership, an unpleasant and repelling place. Now, business owners are smart people. They know that people go online to look for their products and services. So you ask yourself, why does this happen? Why can we sweep our showrooms and put our Nick Scali furniture in our showrooms, but we don't do the equivalent of that online? And I tell you, it is fear. It is fear of seeming stupid. It's fear of thinking that you're going to ask the dumb questions. It's fear of failure. My friend who's a nurse told me a story about one of the patients she was looking after. This woman wouldn't go to the doctor. When she developed a cough, she wouldn't go to the doctor. And her main reason for avoiding going to the doctor is she didn't want to get a lecture from the doctor about her smoking habit. Came to the point where she couldn't avoid going to the doctor any longer and had to face that fear when she started coughing blood. It's a pretty tragic story, but for this lady, fortunately it wasn't too late. It's a very similar thing that I see in working with business owners with online marketing. They avoid and avoid and avoid until it's too late, and then often we have poor decisions as a result of that. The consequences of hiding behind fear are avoidance, loss of power and control, and as I said, bad decision making. Let me tell you about a time in my life that really brings this home to me, the idea about avoidance and fear and how fear can just derail something. I worked for the Lord Mayor of Sydney for many years leading up to the Sydney Olympic Games and the grand fireworks, the 2000 fireworks, in preparation for the 1999 Sydney fireworks show. I was required to represent the Lord Mayor in China for some negotiations. We were looking to source 18 three-story high giant silk lanterns that were going to go on barges and through the Sydney Harbour, on that New Year's Eve night. It was a grand spectacle. I'm looking around hoping that some of you recall that. It was a while ago now. So going to China at that time is really not like going to China today. China was a much more closed place. I was travelling with two of the production assistants for the show, arty types, nice people to travel with. We were also followed and monitored by the Chinese government everywhere we went. We had a Chinese translator with us, and we had 2 government officials with us all the time. On the night before an important negotiation, we went to a nightclub, and one of our party, very good singer and dancer, decided to take over the stage at the nightclub and show the locals how some Australian singing and dancing. It was quite raucous. The next morning, we were a little concerned, but we're in the negotiation, it's all going to be fine. The next morning we prepare for the negotiation. As we're sitting down, and I have the status of the Lord Mayor, so I get the top spot at the table. We're sitting down and a woman 2 along from me suddenly stands up and starts shouting in Mandarin and pointing at us. And then she stops, and then she starts again. She's shouting, she's gesticulating, and she's pointing at us. The rant seemed to go on for an eternity. Translator stays silent, so we say, well, to the translator, what's she saying? And the translator says, it's not important to the negotiation. But it was very important, because we were concerned we were going to get thrown out of the country, or worse, thrown in jail for maybe whatever we did the night before that we didn't understand. It completely derailed the negotiation. We couldn't continue. We were frightened. Our response was that we had to avoid this situation, get out of that meeting, out of that place. The negotiation failed. So the relevance of that story is to really think about the loss of power and control and what that can mean. We lost that negotiation. We lost the power, we lost the control of that situation. Today, what your business is online is what your business is. Right? Just repeat that. What your business is online is what your business is. What I hear a lot is, oh, you need to get some online marketing done. How about you can hire a uni student to do that. Or those people on Fiverr, they can look after that for you. It makes me cringe. Just imagine I've got some kind of cancer, or I've got to have my double knee replacement. Am I going to say, oh yeah, I'm going to go to the trainee doctor to treat me because that's going to be cheaper? And no. I'm going to say I'm going to go to the best one that there is for the outcome that I require. Exactly the same when you're thinking about your business, because what your business is online is what your business is today. So let's paint a better picture about what it could be like if you got it right. Imagine if you got it right. I want to tell you a story about a business that I have with my husband. So we started this business. It's an online business. We started in 2001. So it's a 15-year-old business. We import radio control yachts. So this is a yacht that is modelled on the Olympic class laser. Some of you might be familiar with the laser dinghy. So it's a scaled down model of that. It's not a toy, it's a boat, it's a yacht that adults enjoy. So in 2001 we developed the online business as distributors for this boat. Our most frequent customers these days are men between the age of 55 and 87. They are in wheelchairs, walking frames, sticks. Some of them are blind. They have heart attacks and strokes. And what we've done with this business is create fleets around the country for social and competitive sailing. Remember, this is an online business only, and this is our clientele. A few years ago, one of the fellows said to me, I think we should have a Facebook page. I'm a bit floored by that. No way. I am not going to set up a Facebook page for this community. This community is not on Facebook. This is not going to be right for this community. I was pressed, so I went, all right, I'll do it. That Facebook page is one of the most successful pages that I run today. We have more shares, likes, and interaction on every post. We have now, through that, developed a global community of RC laser sailors. So much so that we are holding an international championship in the Gold Coast next year. Now, not only has it done amazing things for the business, because the business is shared and people learn about this, what has happened is that amongst all of the radio-controlled boats, now the choice is to take the RC laser because of the community that's developed online. And the second thing is that I like to think the world, or of the yachting world, we have connected a whole lot of fellas from around the world in kind of a common sharing of this thing that they love, sailing. So how are you going to achieve an online presence that you can be proud of, as I am proud of the Radio Control Sailing online presence, and one that's going to make an impact not only on your bottom line, but maybe also on people's lives? I think you can do that with the belief that you can, and with focused effort. And so what I'm asking you to do today as business owners is to stand out from behind your fear, step up and take the controls. It'll make a difference to you, it'll make a difference to your public, and a difference to your business. Thank you.